Welcome to Golden West Men's Orange Empire Conference water polo game. Riverside City College Tigers come in to play your Golden West Rustlers. Riverside City College men come into this contest with a record of 8 wins, 14 losses. The Rustlers are 16 wins, 2 losses. One of those losses to NCAA Power #1 rated USC. I am John McNichols, your game announcer. Working with me today, Danny Hogger. Danny, what can we look for in this men's contest?
What we can watch for today, John, is 2 teams going in a different direction so far this season. One, a little bit on the losing side, but just snapped a 3-game losing streak, did the Tigers of Riverside last week, and so they have a reason now to believe they can be in this game. And like any team will tell you, it's the reason we play the games, because it can go any way on any day.
I love it when you say things like that. Very often we have people tell us, oh, this is a cinch, this is a blowout, and then we see that ever-loving upset. I know that our men will be ready to play. They respect Riverside. Riverside is a good, solid club that's had some close and tough losses. We'll see how this contest works out. We will be back in a little while for the ball drop. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool, really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
Future.
I always pay more than the minimum balance on my credit card.
I just opened an education IRA for my kids.
I never invest more money than I can.
My husband and I participate in a 401k plan.
I've been thinking about opening a Roth IRA.
I just rolled over my 401k into an IRA.
Find out more great ways to improve your financial future. Call or visit our website and
Choose to save.
Hello, welcome back. It is Golden West Water Polo, and we're bringing it to you live from Huntington Beach, California. We've just watched an absolute classic take place. The women able to sneak by a 7-6 double, triple overtime victory, and now the men are just getting ready to take the pool, John.
Yes, and whether you're a water polo fan or not, if that last game doesn't turn you into a fan, then go do something else. These people, those gals, played an amazing contest, 3 overtime, sudden death, and now the men are getting ready. The whistle blows, and the sprinters are sprinting, and the ball is dropped. My goodness, Golden West wins the ball drop by 10 yards. That does not bode well for Riverside. Here we go, men's game underway. There'll be a bevy of players from various parts of the world playing for both squads. We got a kick out. Riverside a player short. Golden West sets up around the perimeter. And faked everybody out, including me. First goal, Golden West.
Wow, what a great shot. That's Luca DeVivo, and he has a tendency for scoring early. On October 6th, Luca scored just 45 seconds into the game. This guy is a true swingman. You see him at the playground trying to go around the bar, all the way around, just like the fables of elementary school. Luca's just a scorer, and he'll get you fast, and it's 1-0 Rustlers with 7:15 on the clock.
And that took less than a minute. That's a pretty quick score.
That's quicker than his last score. He's amazing, and he's also a big defensive player, so look for him to deny on the other end.
Riverside works the ball around the outside, having trouble getting a hand on it. So they throw it in the net.
How about that? Answering right back. Within a minute, we've got 2 goals already. That was Trent Bio. He's from Murrieta, California, and he answered right back with the defender in his face, fired away. We've got a 1 3-1 tie.
Coach Scott Taylor will be on his men for that. They don't like to give up goals easily. The official wiped that score off the goal. I'm not sure why. He did blow a whistle, and I could not tell what his hand signal was. So Riverside still has 0. And Golden West is going to rain goals, I believe.
That's Bero Rus, the 6'3" freshman from Hungary, part of the international scheme in this game. 2-0 Golden West, just a power shot. Just took that one and sunk it.
Yes, and over the years, Golden West has had many foreign players. Very often they are cousins, brothers, friends of players in previous years who have come here and moved on to four-year schools. Golden West has a rich history in water polo. Number 2, Riverside, showing the ability to put the ball in the net.
That's Will Fogg, stands 5'10", 140 pounds, freshman from Hemet. I think I would play water polo if I grew up in Hemet. All that heat, I'd want to escape and get in the pool too.
And every 55 and older park in Hemet has a pool.
I'd imagine Will Fogg could score a lot of goals there with that competition.
Golden West works the ball around into the center, into the post player. Taken away. Riverside ball.
2-1 Golden West, 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. We've played 2 minutes and we've seen a lot of scoring.
And Riverside scores again.
That was Will Fogg again, a turnaround. He kind of used a little sidearm, maybe a little submarine on that throw, and it looked like a lot of spin on the ball as he released it. Just flung it on the turnaround, John.
He also asked to be replaced. Very often a player will let the coach know Fogg leaves the game.
We are tied 2-2 with 5:51 to play.
Another Golden West goal.
This one is Kevin Oliveira, 6 foot from Miami, Florida. He went to Christopher Columbus High School, and they are not being too shy out there, John. We have 3-2 already with 5 minutes and 40 seconds in the first quarter.
Well, the men's game is a lot more aggressive and faster, especially early on. Shot is wide. Golden West takes over. 5:20 in period number 1. Kick out. Major against Golden West. Couldn't tell who it was on. Loss of the ball. There is no kick out. Change of possession.
Lots of contact going on. You saw number 3 for Golden West, Marco Medeiros, just getting brought under the water there, asking the referees what will constitute as a foul as we turn over now going back towards Golden West.
And if they officiate this game like they officiated the women's, there will be some bumps and bruises before the contest is over.
That's right.
Golden West works the ball around the outside. Into the hole, man. He's trying to get a shot off even though he's underwater.
He was trying just to breathe there.
Appealing to the official, and the official's looking the other way.
They're going to figure out pretty quickly that they're not going to have much luck arguing with the officials in this game.
Minor on number 12 into the hole. Takeaway.
Good denial by Spencer Van Horn. Gives the ball up to his goalie, and he'll head up the pool. He's from Anaheim, California, and he went to Servite High School.
Minor. Golden West retains the ball. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Into the hole. Into the goal.
That was a slam dunk. That's Paul Miernicki. He's a 6'3" sophomore from Chandler, Arizona, went to La Cañada High School, and now the Golden West Wrestlers are enjoying a 4-2 lead right now, 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first quarter.
La Cañada, one of many schools in Southern California with a very powerful water polo program. Over the years, I've known many players from that area who've come to the beach to play for Golden West. Riverside ball. Wrestlers dropping back a little bit now. Riverside really wants the ball into the hole player. And if that doesn't work, you just throw it in the net.
That's Sean Evans, and he makes it a 4-3. Riverside down just by 1 goal now. He's 6 feet tall, 155 pounds, a freshman from Rancho Cucamonga, and that was a nice shot from about 12 feet out, and he sunk that one top right. Goalie had no chance, just the power that was placed on that shot.
And Riverside's not going to dry up and go away. They're playing very aggressively. They're playing against a team that scores a lot of goals, but they've come right back each time. They trail by 1.
Something we can tell you from up above in our vantage point here is the legs are having a lot of contact under the water. You see the guys hold their hands up. Oh, there's a lot of contact going on.
Another goal for Golden West. They lead 5-3, 3 minutes, 14 seconds remaining, period number 1.
8 goals taking place in just under 5 minutes. These teams are out to shoot, and they're shooting with power, and those shots are going in. What a game.
Minor, ball must be passed or shot. And that young man knew what he wanted to do.
He sure did, and that's Jonathan Bazadian. And are they going to call that a score? I think they are. It's 5-4, Golden West with 3 minutes to play.
Riverside's not backing down. They've taken some long shots, and they've been very successful. They trail by 1.
Just a few passes for each team on each possession. As soon as someone sees a shot they like, they launch, don't they?
And I have a feeling some of these guys have never seen a shot they didn't like. Minor must pass the ball. Into the hole, double teamed. Taken away. Riverside is tenacious. Into the goal, into the hole. Minor must pass. Well blocked. Foul called on Golden West. Ball turned over back to Riverside. Taken away. Riverside historically has been a very strong men's program. Their win-loss record this year is not as impressive as it is usually, but they have played the Rustlers very close over the years. Rustlers keep the ball, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Blocked by the defender, number 10, right in front of the Rustler.
Good defense there. 5-4, Rustlers, 1 minute and 20 seconds to play. As you were mentioning, a very rich history for this Riverside water polo team. Tomorrow night, they're going to induct athletes and coaches into the Hall of Fame. Some of the players, Rule, Ned, Lacey, and Mazzetti, among the greats in Riverside Tigers history in the pool. And they'll be honored tomorrow night as just a little bit of a nod to their history as a program.
And the Rustlers take the ball in the meantime and swim in. And well blocked, well defended. Little gimme that didn't work. Minor, no kick out, pass into the hole. Hard to shoot from underwater. Kick out and goal.
That was an alley-oop combination. Marco Medeiros finding his teammate Ricardo Guimarães from Brazil, the freshman. That was brilliant. You saw before that, Medeiros, a little no-look pass. And let's take another look at that. It was a brilliant pass.
Right in front of the net.
The pass and the immediate shot for the score. Well done. 38 seconds. Rustlers lead 6-4.
Riverside ball.
Calling out a play.
There's very little dead time in water polo. The whistle blows, the official points, and play continues. Well blocked. That ball comes in with some smoke on it. At the end of the contest, the goalie usually has a few red spots.
Great save by Duncan Burrows from Huntington Beach, a local. Under 10 seconds.
Another goal. Golden West.
Ricardo Guimarães, again, the freshman from Brazil. What a nice shot, getting inside. And I like what the Rustlers are doing, not hesitating once they get a good look. 7-4, Golden West College.
4 seconds in the first period. Long shot by Riverside, blocked by the goalie. Period number 1 comes to a close. Golden West 7, Riverside 4.
Lots of scoring going on. Very quick pace, very aggressive play. Lots of players getting dunked. Not a lot of calls, but that's because the officials are letting them play today. It's 7-4 Rustlers, and we'll be back in just a moment with more from Golden West College.
Took a trip to Elkhart, Indiana today. Elkhart's a place that has lost jobs faster than anywhere else in America. And the people who've lost them have no idea what to do or who to turn to. In fact, local TV stations have started running public service announcements that tell people where to find food banks, even as the food banks don't have enough to meet the demand.
Welcome back to Golden West College Water Polo broadcast. The Rustlers enjoying a 7-4 early lead. This game has gotten off with a flash start. Lots of scoring, lots of shooting, and it's been a fun contest to watch so far. The Rustlers enjoying an early 3-game lead.
It'd be hard to believe that this game could be any more entertaining than the women's game we just saw. It will be played at a faster pace. The ball will come harder. The physical contact will be a little bit more physical, but they're not going to give us the thrills that women's game did. 3 overtimes, sudden death victory. The Rustlers know that they need to keep playing against this Riverside group. Riverside this year is down a little bit win-loss wise, but their program over the years is one of the best, and the Rustlers have had a tough time with them. We'll see what happens in the next 3 quarters.
And I think what we'll find is this Riverside team is trying to show that they're better than their record indicates, that they can compete in this league and that they have the skills to put this Golden West team under if given the opportunities. But Golden West trying to do the opposite and show them why they're one of the more dominant teams in the conference, and they're up 7-4 as we get underway in a moment in the second quarter of play.
And Riverside is heavily laden with freshman players, which bodes well for the future. They will learn how to play together this year. As a team, they will be much stronger next year. And this contest has 3 quarters to go, with the Rustlers leading 7-4.
Riverside snapped a 3-game losing streak with a 10-8 victory over California Baptist University last week, and they've got a little momentum in their favor. They want to prove, as I said, they're better than their record. They've lost 7 of their last 9 matches, but they're looking good, getting some good shots off early. If they can slow down Golden West, we'll see if we get this game closer in the second period.
And the ball is dropped. Golden West wins the drop and advances up the pool. Riverside's coming way out to defend. And break down the middle. Blocked and defended by Riverside. Riverside takes over, a minor call. Riverside with the ball, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Must pass the ball, cannot shoot. Well defended. There's a break down the middle. A goalie comes out. That's a very dangerous play. Golden West goalie comes out of the net. You don't see that very often.
No, anytime that goal is left unminded, bad things can happen. Fortunate that time that the Tigers were not able to capitalize. We're still looking at 7-4. Rustlers with 7 minutes in the second quarter.
Riverside coming out to defend. Into the hole player. Well defended by Riverside. They double teamed him with number 10 coming across to take the pass. Riverside ball. They're one-on-one all over the pool. Riverside well out with the ball being defended by the Rustlers. Pass into the hole. There was a timeout called by the official.
Taking care of some housekeeping here. It's 7-4 Rustlers with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. Riverside just looking for any way to crack the shell of that Golden West defense and get a good-looking shot off. But the defense has improved so far in the second quarter. Rustlers not able to get right in front of the net and fire away as they were in the first 8 minutes.
And they've double-teamed the hole player, the player at the 3-meter mark. Just like in the women's game, the ball goes into that 3-meter mark, right straight out in front of the goal. That's what every water polo team wants to do first. Get the ball in, get the shot. If they don't get it in, they work it back out, then they take a long shot. During the timeout, it's interesting, the Golden West players stayed in the water, didn't really seem to pay much attention to the coach. They are down a player. I believe there was a call, a major, just before the timeout. Obviously there was, because Golden West is a player down, and it's Riverside's ball with 6 minutes, 12 seconds in the quarter.
Before that violation, you can hear Riverside yelling to slow down, spread the offense, set it up, and get a good look.
There's that bar. The Golden West penchant to hit the bar bites Riverside. Golden West ball. There's an opening right there. We can see it from up here. It's a little more difficult from the pool level. One-on-one all over the pool. Very physical. Errant pass. Riverside's ball. 5:25 in period number 2. We have a whistle by the official. We cannot see what he's gesturing. It is below where we can see.
Players wondering the same thing. With 5 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock, the Rustlers have a 7-4 lead. Players taking this opportunity to get a much needed breather. These last couple violations have slowed down the pace of the game a little bit, because the first 5 minutes of this game was a firefight.
And a Riverside player headed over towards their bench that started this interchange, and then the official stopped play. The players moved back out into the pool. Riverside seems a little concerned about something. I can see the official's head, but I can't see the coach. I have no idea what the conversation is. Now the two officials are going to discuss, I think, where they're going to dinner afterwards.
Making reservations is always important.
Yes, I'd recommend Marie Callender's. It's just right over on Beach.
You know, the scoring fury that was happening in the first quarter and the lack thereof in this period is kind of showing me the endurance of a sport like water polo, where you can get a streak of goals in a few minutes, but it's really the team that's going to be able to continue swimming and be aggressive as time goes by that becomes the dominant team as the game progresses.
I think you're right, and Riverside seems to be concerned about something that's distracting their players, and we don't know what, but they still are not, the team is not out in the pool. 2 players and a goalie. There is conversation with the official down in front of us. There's conversation about something that's happening in that corner of the pool, which we can't see from our vantage point up on the top of the building. The Riverside coach. Yeah, we can see what he's doing, but we don't know why.
Players continue to take a breather. You know, one of the unique things about the game of water polo is even during a respite like this, where you have a few minutes to take a breather, you're still treading water. Your heart is still pumping. The aerobic activity does not stop.
And apparently they kicked out 2 Riverside players for something, because Riverside is currently playing with 1, 2, 3. No, they kicked out 1, and there he comes. Well, that was a 5-minute interlude.
Play resumes.
That we will always wonder what happened to that time.
5 minutes on the clock.
Into the post. Calling the kick out against Golden West, and Riverside scores.
So you got to wonder what kind of a recap that they were able to get their breath back, and Riverside's able to take command. That's Trent Virgil, 7-5 now.
And as the Golden West player was swimming to the out-of-bounds penalty area, Riverside scored. That's the nature of the game.
You always look to see who's going to be the opportunist in a period like that, where you have minutes of consecutive inaction. Who's going to strike and take advantage of that opportunity?
And Riverside certainly did in that case. Major called on Golden West. Riverside takes the ball. And this is getting to be an interesting contest. Minor against Golden West. Riverside maintains control. Major called against Riverside. Ball turns over to the Rustlers. Long pass. Into the goal.
What an interesting series there. We saw a chess match of penalties and turnovers and exchanges. It's 8-5 now, Rustlers, and that was Marco Medeiros again, able to do it almost on his own, but it was a brilliant forward pass from his teammate all the way up the pool that gave him that opportunity. We're going to see it now so you can take a look. It was a great upfield pass, which put him ahead of his defenders, and he fired away. 8-5, Rustlers. Great scoring chance, and they counter the Riverside score.
And that's that skip shot that I thought in a couple of instances the women might have used with some effectiveness against the Riverside goalie, and I would think, knowing Coach Kopp, that's something they might work on. Wonderful victory by the ladies. Minor, Riverside controls the ball. 16 seconds left on the clock. Poorly aimed pass. Rustlers ball. You would think these young men get to know each other pretty well by the time this game gets over with. They play one-on-one defense all over the pool.
Golden West would be smart to try and do what they just did and get ahead of the defenders with passing if possible, because the Tigers are all over the one-on-one matchups.
Now that's the shot everybody wants. Into the 3-meter mark, turn around and fire.
That again is the Brazilian freshman Ricardo Guimarães, and that's 9-5 Rustlers with 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Golden West is getting shots inside, and when they're taking them, they're high percentage. They just look good out there.
Well, and that whole shot is the shot everybody looks for. That's where your offense begins. Minor, Riverside's ball. Break right across the middle. Another Minor. Must pass, cannot shoot. He did shoot. He hit the bar. Then I must not understand the rule, which wouldn't be the first time.
That was Sean Evans taking that shot. He put a lot of force into it and just missed off to the right side of center.
Rustler's ball. Minor. Well blocked. Got a break right down the middle. Somebody needs to cut that person, and they did. Good defense. Rustler's ball.
Great deflection by Kevin Oliveira. He turned that possession around, and now we're going to see what Golden West can do, countering the opportunity of the Tigers.
Ball is being forced way out to mid-pool. Minor violation. Golden West ball. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. A new 35. Game slowed down just a little bit. Major called against Golden West. Riverside ball. Thrown right into the middle. Riverside ball in the middle. Looks like a free shot. To foul the player in position to score. It's a one-on-one. The whistle will sound and the ball will be thrown. Riverside scores.
Sure did. Trent Virgil there. He got a benefit of the call against Sean Evans, his teammate that was in position to score when they called that penalty, and now it is a 9-6 Rustler lead with 1:33 left in the half.
Wholesale substitution by the Rustlers. Take over the ball. Whistle sounds, and here we go.
Let's see if a fresh unit for Golden West will let them have a little energy boost here and maybe put a few more goals in between these two teams headed into the half.
There's a kick out. Golden West ball. Riverside a player down. Working around, trying to find that opening. And there it was. Golden West scores. 48 seconds remaining.
Now 10-6, the Golden West. Brian McSweeney, that's his first shot and goal. We're going to take a look at this one again. McSweeney, after the swing around on the perimeter, takes and fires to the right. And that's reminiscent of the first quarter where Golden West really passed the ball around looking for shooting opportunities. Great shot by McSweeney from South Pasadena, California.
Well, in this game that Golden West should prevail, I'm sure that the coach works on some things that they will need as the season progresses. They've been very successful getting the ball into the hole, but getting the shot off has not been that easy. 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Riverside finally able to get a stop. If they can get a good shot off, it'd be beneficial to them going into the break.
And the ball's flipped into the Golden West goalie, and the second quarter comes to an end. We have 5 minutes in the halftime.
And at the end of the half, it's Golden West in firm control, 10-6, and we'll be right back with more Golden West College water polo.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. How do you know him?
Come on, Donovan, do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah. Let's go!
Dude, what? Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Oh, that's Sarah?
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends.
See you later, Sarah.
Even not so friendly people. Think before you post.
Welcome back, Golden West College. Glad to be with you. 10-6 Rustlers lead, and we're at the start of the third quarter of play. Danny Hogger on long side, John McNichols.
I believe we'll see Riverside come out and play very aggressive. And if Golden West continues to score by the fourth quarter, they'll be going through the motions.
Kevin Oliveira, again, multiple goals in this game, 6 feet tall, 193 pounds, from South Miami, Florida, Christopher Columbus High School, 11-6 Rustlers, and you could tell Golden West just wants to continue to bury these shots, try and put as many goals between the two teams as possible in the second half.
Riverside showed a lot of tenacity in the first half, and that's reminiscent. And they just, I don't know if they're going to give them that or not.
11-7.
11-7.
That's it. That is number 2. That's Will Fogg, and he has just recorded a hat trick. He threw up a little finger wag there, reminiscent of Dikembe Mutombo of the Denver Nuggets. I'm not sure about taunting rules in water polo, but I'd imagine I would wait till the score is at least even to start throwing up some signs. But this game is getting a little testy here.
Well, they don't penalize you, they just drown you.
They'll get you back one way or the other.
Rustlers had an easy shot and didn't get it off in time. Riverside takes over the ball, trailing by 4.
During the brief halftime break, the sun has shifted through the clouds, and you can see a little bit of the glare in the ball carrier's eyes now. We'll see if that affects the game at all as we progress.
Good block. Rustlers ball. Advancing up the pool.
11-7 Golden West with 6 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here in the third.
It's a break to the right side. Move the ball back to the outside. Kick out. Play goes on. Well defended. Tried to get a little too fancy, and Riverside took the ball.
There's certainly no need for that, no matter what the lead is. This Riverside team has proven that they can score. Whether or not they can stop the Rustlers is another question, but in any moment they could come back into this game, so it's important to keep playing well.
And like that, number 10, Jordan Donnelly, Arroyo Valley High School, San Bernardino, makes it 8-11. Rustlers lead. Riverside on the move.
They just put their 8th goal on the board, and like I said, they're no slouches. They can score the ball. So all the more salient point for Golden West to stay on top of this contest and not make those little mistakes that can add up and be costly as we go down the stretch under 6 minutes in the third quarter. That's another goal put up on the board. The 12-8 Rustlers. That was, again, Kevin Oliveira, and he has been a scoring threat in this game, making it look easy from inside.
But I'm checking past.
This one, just as we were saying how important it was to take advantage of opportunities and not slouch, a nice turnaround shot by Oliveira, doing it for Golden West. 12-8, a 4-goal lead.
And I'm just checking past scores. Riverside has scored 20 or more on 5 occasions this season. They can put the ball in the net.
Absolutely true.
There's that skip shot. Good again by the Rustlers.
Brian McSweeney makes it 13-8. Really impressive there if you were watching on your screen the way Marco Medeiros brought the ball up. Such a strong swimmer bringing the ball up. And he really created the opportunity for McSweeney to get the shot because all the focus was on him swimming up. Finds his teammate. They find the score, 13-8.
Minor call. And play goes on. They don't waste any time explaining anything. They blow the whistle. Ball is passed. And in this case, put in the net.
Jordan Donnelly answers back 13-9. We've seen a flurry of goals, much like the beginning of the first quarter has been the beginning of the second half. Both teams are looking to shoot, not wasting a whole lot of that shot clock. They're just coming up. You see a shot, you take it. It's 13-9 Rustlers.
And the Rustlers are setting up a play to the hole man who scores again.
Kevin Oliveira, has anyone told these teams that there's still 2 quarters left to play? Because I don't think they mind. The scoring is coming quick and often. 14-9 Rustlers. Great job by Golden West getting into the teeth of the defense.
Just under 5 minutes left in quarter number 3. Golden West 14, Riverside 9. Ball being guarded way out. A steal by the Rustlers and a breakaway. This would be interesting. The defender made that shot from behind. Good job.
Very good defense. Belarus seemed like he had a head of steam going, and he was denied, and that ruined the scoring opportunity right there. Riverside, very well done to prevent another goal.
Somebody is called for a major. It looks like a timeout. Somebody was called on a major. I'm not sure who. We'll see how many players are still in the pool after this timeout. 4 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. The Rustlers enjoying a 14-9 lead. I would think that this contest is still closer than Coach Taylor was hoping for.
I would double that sentiment because as quickly as Riverside has gotten back into this game, they've reminded the Rustlers that they can score.
Yes, they certainly have not gone away. Riverside, as I've said a couple times, have a rich tradition in water polo, men's and women's, and this is the first time I've seen a Riverside squad with a losing record at this stage of the season. Usually 1 or 2 losses. They've got several. Anyway, here we go. The ball is put in play by the Riverside goalie. Again, acting like a quarterback, setting up the long pass. And the Rustlers are playing a man down. And the post saves the shot. And the Rustlers take the ball.
Brilliant saves there. 2 very powerful shots. Both of them stopped within 2 seconds of each other. That's good defense. That's the kind of goalkeeping that'll take you far in a season. 14-9 Rustlers, just under 4 minutes in the third.
The Rustlers move the ball around the outside. Minor call. Another minor call. May not feel like a minor to the offensive player. Tenacious after that ball. Rustlers score again.
Golden West, they really will punish you for making a mistake like that. When they get the ball inside with no defense in front of them, this is Palmier Nierke, and he just bounces the ball with power, skips it off the water, off the net, and now it's 15-9 Golden West. When they get past you, You might as well forget about that point and try and get the next one because they are just punishing Riverside when they're able to get inside.
Minor call on Golden West. Riverside maintains control. They're being forced out quite a ways from the net. Move the ball into the corner. Looked like he was trying to fake out the goalkeeper, and it did not work. Pretty good pass. Dropped the ball right in front of number 4, who swims up on the side. And the ball is taken away. The officials have not changed their call. A major called on Riverside. They lose the ball. There is no kick out. Golden West is trying to force the ball into the hole player. And the last 2 times it has not worked. But again, they're probably working on things that they're going to want to be able to do as the season goes along. A little thank you, swim over, off the bar, Riverside ball.
And there's a strong save from Daniel Scriba. He is the backup goalie for Riverside and one of the stronger backups in the league.
And a major called on number 15 from Riverside. Trent Virgil. Might be interesting to watch Trent and Spencer Van Horn. They've been getting after each other away from the ball, and that will not diminish as the game goes along.
Scribe through the pass.
Very
up to his
physical
teammates.
contest. Off the bar. A quick turnaround there. Riverside got the call, shot the ball, hit the bar.
On the previous play, one of the better saves of the game so far, Daniel Scribe. On October 14th, he had 11 saves and is proven to give invaluable minutes to his club as a reserve. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Minor call. Face plant. I'm not sure what it says on a water polo ball, but I believe a Riverside player has an imprint of it on his face. It could be. There's just another kick out on a Riverside player, number 2, going into the penalty area.
That's the cheap and easy way to get a tattoo. 1 minute, 18 seconds to go.
Rustlers work the ball around the outside. Off the post. Take another shot at it. And he did.
And he put it home. Baro Ruz, the Hungarian freshman, he was just standing right in that position, treading water. He didn't have to move too much on that possession. He fired full power, tipped from his teammate. All right, I'll go again. Hits it right side, 16-9, Golden West in firm control of this one. Riverside's got to respond because they haven't scored in minutes, and there's just one left in the third quarter.
Riverside coach is coaching. He's not sitting down and taking the afternoon off. Riverside young men are working hard. The officials are discussing something. When they're not sure what they want, they ask for the ball. I believe he's going to go have a conversation with either the coach or the other official. I don't know if we could get a camera on the officials. They're meeting behind the goal at the south end of the pool. If I'm not mistaken, I think Marie Callender's got to vote for dinner, but the guy likes the Tuesday soup better. And they're going to... I didn't want to say that on the air.
16-9, Golden West. This third quarter has really been all Rustlers.
I think they're going to take the Riverside coach with them, but he rather go somewhere else.
Well, they said he's got to pay if he's coming because the way their team's getting punished, he's not earning it right now. And there'll be games like this, and there'll be moments like this. Riverside could have just as good as a fourth quarter, and we could be talking about a much more closely contested game. 16-9 is the current margin. 7 is quite a spread, and we'll see what Golden West can do. They will have possession as we restart the game.
At some point, it would be nice to know because the official is upset about something that's going on with the Riverside squad.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the second time they've had a lengthy conversation with the Riverside coach, and it's this same official, and we don't know if this is the Irishman or the other guy, but he's definitely not pointing out scenic points of interest inside the pool, which there are some lovely mosaics on the wall. And
yeah, something seems to be amiss, and it's not just the shots of the Riverside Tigers in the third quarter. Let's see if we can get back into gameplay here. But absolutely, something has been a continued point of conversation and contention, and it's been going on for quite some time now. They're still talking. I mean, Riverside coach just isn't happy with what is progressing, and he is being heard. The officials are giving him time to talk. They're conversing, and now he's talking to his players.
Maybe you should have the coach get in the water instead of the player.
Could use a cool-off right now. Something is wrong. I don't know why we're not playing at this moment in time, but he's taking the opportunity to do some coaching and maybe talk game plan.
I think he's thinking about the traffic on the 91 freeway that they're going to have to use to get home.
I don't know if I'd rather see that or if I'd rather see Golden West coming at me scoring 15-9 right now.
Well, and the coach is still coaching, I think. We can't hear what he's saying.
But, yeah, he's taking the time now to coach as if it was a timeout. This is just interesting what's taking place on the field right now as the sun begins to shift.
Sean Evans is a freshman from Los Osos, and he's getting coached. And the coach isn't done yet. He's walking right down the sideline. And now he's putting chapstick. Well, it's beneath me as well. I have no idea what the holdup is, but the Riverside coach is standing at mid-pool.
Substitutions coming in.
And Coach Taylor made wholesale substitutions.
It's kind of interesting as well because they just seem to be discussing at kind of a normal volume. Like he wasn't shouting, he wasn't being belligerent, it didn't seem. It's just something was worth talking about.
Well, Riverside is a player down. The same player has been in the penalty area. And he had that was the discussion, I bet.
And there's a goal.
But he had 1 second remaining on his penalty, I believe, because as soon as the ball was put into play, the penalized player came back into the pool and Golden West scored.
That's just what happened. Let's take another look at it now. The power play, he just inbounded and fired. He let it all go. That's Barrow Ruse. I believe that's his third goal of the game. It is 16-9 Rustlers, and I don't think they updated the score because they were up 7 before in 1:05. They also added some clock time. So interesting.
It's 16-9 on the scoreboard, and we are kind of thinking it should be 17, but
that's what I would have on my notepad here, John, but we're going to see. Maybe the coach has also been talking to the scorekeeper. There may have been some adjustments we're not aware of.
One thing I notice is that the Golden West players have just become a lot more aggressive.
Yep, I think that little rest they had.
And they made substitutions, and coaches do things for reasons. It could be I won't speculate. Golden West has become much more aggressive.
Still the goal not adjusted to the scoreboard with 30 seconds left in the third. Something may have transpired.
Right across the mouth of the goal, the goaltender deflected the ball, and there's 15 seconds in the quarter.
5 seconds.
And that's the end of the third quarter. And the whistle blew just before the horn. This has been an interesting contest, and the scoreboard still says 16-9. And so whether we like it or not, it's 16-9 on the scoreboard, 16-9 on the scorebook. And Riverside's getting a penalty shot. And it's good. There was a major right as the quarter expired. And the score is 16-10, Golden West over Riverside. Let's go to a break and get ready for quarter number 4.
Wakey, text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK, I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
And welcome back to Golden West College. Live from Huntington Beach, we're enjoying a men's water polo contest. 16-10 is the score, with the Rustlers in firm control of this one, and we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. John, something we were talking about during the break was the pauses in gameplay and the frustration of the coach. May that translate to the energy level of the players?
I believe so, and I believe it did right at the end of that quarter. The Golden West squad, like I think any player would, just seemed to get a little peeved. The game was being delayed. There was just discussion and nonsense. And the first thing you know, Golden West puts in 2 more goals, and a couple of Riverside players got thumped pretty good. It could be fourth quarter. Hopefully they'll just settle down and play. And Golden West at the present time leads 16-10. Should be comfortable, but I'm sure Coach Taylor would like a little better cushion than that. The Golden West men will play with great energy in quarter number 4.
I think they're also going to be concerned with not even letting Riverside have the feeling that they can get back in this game. Right now it's 6 goals, and if they get 2 or 3, they maybe start feeling like they got a chance and start playing with some more emotion and vigor. Golden West would be perfectly content, I think, to put them out of this game early with a couple more quick goals. That's how they started the first quarter. That's how they started the third quarter. And if they can do it again, they could put this game on ice. Underwater, so, be colder water. It wouldn't really be frozen. But it is getting a little chilly with the little breeze coming in here in Huntington Beach.
Well, this is not my first rodeo. I brought a jacket.
I can tell. And, being from the warm metropolis of Stockton, California, I'm used to going without. But, hey, I'll learn my lesson as we go. And it's been a great lesson to learn here in water polo. Fun here at Golden West College. We'll see what happens as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. The ball is dropped. Golden West wins the drop again. Minor must pass. 20 seconds on the clock. There's a kick out.
That's number 5 being called out of the pool.
Riverside player was ejected. A Golden West player was ejected. And the ball is going
The other way.
to Riverside. Very interesting.
Yes. Luca DeVivo is exiting. As you'll remember, I was just talking about how fast he scored a week ago, and he scored within the first minute of tonight's game, but he'll be spending a few minutes away from the ball.
And they call that a change of possession, so the Riverside player comes right back into the game. Now the Golden West player can come in because of the change of possession. It's a time penalty, a score penalty, or change of possession to come out of the penalty. I don't hear the music, but they're definitely dancing. Now that's a couple of attempted shots that got nowhere, and that doesn't bode well for the fourth period. Minor penalty. Somebody else is getting kicked out. Don't know who.
A lot of extracurricular activity down there in the pool.
Yes, and I think that's a direct result of the coaches carrying on, but I could be wrong. And in the meantime, a tip shot is missed. Both squads back to full strength. Time to settle down and just play some Golden West water polo.
4-on-3 advantage.
And they keep trying to work the ball into the hole, and they've done it successfully several times, but not recently. Riverside's ball.
Since the third quarter, the Tigers have tightened up on defense. Nice job breaking that one up and really trying to reduce the amount of opportunities Golden West takes.
Somebody else is out.
A blizzard of whistle blows here in the last few minutes of play.
And play goes on as the Golden West player leaves the pool. That's a characteristic of water polo you don't see in other games.
Now a 6-on-5 advantage for the Tigers. They'll work it around.
Well blocked. Official gives the ball back to Riverside. Not sure why.
Oh,
skipped in.
A great look there. And now the score is 16-11 Rustlers. Trent Virgil, that is either his third or fourth goal of the game. He's been very, very active. And he is one of the main scorers for the Tigers. That shot, a little bit of magic there, bounced off the water and above the head of the goalie. Quite agile, quite a good throw. 16-11 with 5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the game. As the lights come on here at the pool.
The lights, but not the heater. And Riverside takes the ball away again. 5 minutes, 20 seconds in period number 4.
The Rustlers looking a little bit stagnant here, getting forced onto the deep perimeter, forcing passes, and turnovers resulting.
And a breakaway right down the middle. And a major, and the ball is turned over. Put back in the hands of the goalie.
A score would be nice here.
Yes, it's been a while. The Rustlers are on a bit of a drought. Major. Player leaves the pool. Golden West back at a one-player advantage. Looking for that open shot. Off the water and in. Golden West score.
That's just the kind of prescription I was looking for. Things had gotten stagnant. The game had lost a little bit of the Rustler gusto. And now it's 4 minutes and 27 seconds. We're going to take another look at it so you can see exactly what happened here. Ball passed and shot opportunity taken. Well done on the advantage, 17-11 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game.
Riverside's ball. Riverside scored, but I don't think the official's going to allow it.
Doesn't seem it. It has not been added to the scoreboard. The players have not moved from their positions. Ball leaves the pool.
Riverside's a player up. Well defended by the Rustlers.
And offensive productivity leads to defensive prowess, 17-11. 4 minutes left in the game. Great defense there.
Ball's brought up the right-hand side. Rustlers set up their offense. Work the ball around the outside. Riverside comes way out. If it doesn't work the first time, try it again. Ball is backhanded into the goal. Rustlers 18, Riverside 11, 3:33.
Once again, the Brazilian freshman, he sees the ball go off his fingertips, recovers, and throws a backhand. Nice versatility, able to do what you need to do to get the ball in the net. Well denied the first time, double teamed, decides to go to his left and do a little flip shot off the backhand. 18-11 Rustlers, 3:33 left to play.
And Riverside makes a change in goal with 3:33 remaining in quarter number 4. Taylor Lappin, if the head numbering is correct, 1A, Taylor Lappin. Oops, that's the wrong team. That wouldn't work, would it? Now we don't know who it is because they're all number 1. They have Daniel Scriba and Brandon Blythe are their goalies. And Golden West blocks the shot.
You get the feeling that this game is just about sealed up as Golden West has regained their offensive momentum and really tightened up the defense as well.
And Riverside has players that are just really taking their time coming back. And that looked like it might have gone in, but the official was right on the line.
I would have challenged that one. That was a very, very close ball. It almost crossed the invisible line of playing there.
Player kick out. Riverside calls for timeout with 2:49 remaining in quarter number 4.
Golden West, as I was thinking, would want one more score to seal it. They've gotten 2 now. It's 18-11. The team has done very well in sealing this game, closing off the momentum of the Riverside Tigers, and really just a nice job altogether of keeping control of the ball game. They could have let it slip. They could have let it come closer. But, John, they just have come through here. They're doing very well.
Yes, they're doing what the coach wanted them to do. And Coach Nate Haas of Riverside is still coaching. He's teaching these young men what he wants them to learn. They will benefit from this contest. They have played very well at spots. They are young. I'm sure that many of them will be back again next year. And Riverside will learn from this contest. And in 2 minutes and 49 seconds, hopefully the Rustlers will have put another win in the win column, and we can all go warm up.
That would be a benefit. But as you said, Riverside's a very respected program. Tomorrow night they're going to celebrate by inducting some more of their players and supporters into the Hall of Fame for their team. It's a great team. It's a great school, and they are going to learn a lot because they were in this game for a great portion of it. They were scoring in almost just as good of a flurry at the start of this game as the Rustlers were. They've been in it. They've been threatening. They could still score a few here and try and pad the score, but the Rustlers, if they play smart, should be able to seal a win in this game.
Well, and 12 goals against Golden West is a pretty good outing.
That's very true. Just 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in this game.
And every time I see a water polo game, I'm impressed with the ability of the young men and the young women to maintain their composure. There is so much physical contact, so much more than most other sports. Certainly sports that are not designed as collision sports, but they play and they play hard and they hit each other with arms and elbows and grab Lord knows what under the water. And still, you very, very rarely see any kind of an outburst of emotion.
Wow.
And Riverside still after it.
That would be the equivalent of a tip in there. Number 10, Jordan Donnelly, and he scored multiple times tonight. He didn't give up on that ball. That's a really nice job of his teammate being an active viewer and active participant in the game. He could have sat back and just watched the miss bounce off and let Golden West take it. But he was in the action. He flung his arm out there, and he sweeped the ball in the net, 18-13 Rustlers with 1:39.
And the Riverside squad is playing like their coach is coaching, hard right to the end. The wrestlers are swimming over bodies in the pool. We have 1:25 left in quarter number 4.
Riverside definitely giving the effort you want to see from your team. That's what you look for as a coach. You're out of the game. All signs pointing to a loss, but they're still in there. They're giving full effort. They're scoring goals. That's what you want to see.
Well, and as I've said before, we've seen Riverside for years, and they've always put up a good fight, and it's usually closer than this. They will be back. Their women are amazingly talented. And the Rustlers score again.
Adding a little bit to the total, 19-13. Great look by Dustin Hayashi, and that's his first goal of this game. He's from Irvine, California. Northwood High School, 5'11", 190 pounds. He hasn't seen a whole lot of play in this game, but his coach will want to talk to him about this effort because he was able to contribute to this team's total. The 19th goal of the game. Here's how it happened for the Rustlers. From center, pivot, fake, and a shot into the right side of the net. Great job treading the water and putting together a high shot, arcing past the goalie. 19-13 with less than a minute to go. Golden West, great effort all around, and what a night of water polo that we've been able to watch starting this afternoon with a 52-0 Riverside team taking a loss in overtime in stunning fashion. It's been a lot of great water polo action right here at Golden West College.
And it looks like the ball is going to go over to the Rustlers. Riverside is a player down, so there must have been a major that was called on the last goal. They're looking at the scoreboard. The scoreboard says 19-13 with 1:24 remaining. I'm not sure. Now they've cut it down to 1:04, which I think is what it said before. And Golden West has the ball.
Riverside coach absolutely barking out orders down there. He wants to see execution in this last minute of the game. He wants to see the team perform as they have practiced.
Coaching to the end, and he's still walking up and down the sideline.
Great defensive pressure.
Major called against Riverside. They lose the ball. 40 seconds remaining. There's a kick out. Another Riverside player.
30 seconds.
And a soft layup for the 20th goal.
How about that? An overhand version of a finger roll by David Jorth. He just lobbed it right over the outstretched arms of the goalie. And that is the 19th goal of the night with just 27 seconds left. You see Jorth take the ball. He sizes up the defender and just puts it right over the top. He didn't need a lot of force to do it. He played smart. And that's 19-13 Golden West.
That's the softest shot you may ever see. Riverside's ball. 26 seconds remaining.
You would have thought there was some fine china up there that he didn't want to damage. He wanted to have the goal, but he didn't want to bring anything down off the shelf.
Minor call. Riverside's ball into the hole. The ever-loving backhand, which goes high. Time is running, 10 seconds and running. Rustlers hold the ball. I think the screaming and the shouting will begin in right about now. You start, I'll finish.
And it is a 19-3 final here from Golden West College. The men come out with a very convincing victory this afternoon on a night where the women come out with a historic win, ending a 52-win streak for the Riverside Tigers. Both games really hotly contested right up until the end. Here, the Riverside Tigers just unable to cut into the lead that just kept getting larger and larger for Golden West.
Yeah, the kind of day we hoped for. The women's victory was very special. The men gave us a good, solid effort. Riverside will be better next year. Another good day for Golden West. Danny, pleasure working with you.
Absolutely.
Warren Carter and the crew, thank you for another great job. Come and see us next time. This is John McNichols saying goodbye from Golden West College. All right. Who said it couldn't be fun?